So YouTube just gave me a community guideline strike this morning for targeted harassment and bullying on the David Hogg conspiracy video I did a few days ago. And, I expected maybe something to happen after hearing about InfoWars getting a strike yesterday. And I even thought to myself, I'm like, I should change the title of this video. And sure enough, I forgot. And I woke up this morning and I got it. And I was like, fuck, damn it. And it's a good thing I don't rely on AdSense and streaming and stuff, because first of all, I don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet, so I can't even make money from that. But I see a lot of other people who put their eggs in one basket that are getting fucked. Like, for instance, Sinatra Says he got a guideline strike. If you don't know who that is, I'll put a link in the description below. And he cannot stream for 3 months now, I'm pretty sure. And hopefully he can get it appealed, and because this is the only source of income that he has, right? And I do feel bad for him, but at the same time, it's like you should have probably seen that coming. And same with Baked Alaska. His thing got flagged for hate speech, which is bullshit. There was no hate speech in it. But the people in YouTube, whoever, they're just looking at these titles and then they're like, oh, wrong thing. So we're gonna have to really be careful with the way we make titles and shit nowadays, because that's pretty much the only justification they need. So that was my bad. I shouldn't have been. It was stupid of me, and I even suspected it. I thought about it, and I forgot to fucking change it. But it's going to be very subjective, the way that they're going to attack conspiracies on YouTube, because we know they're just going to go after right-wing conspiracies, but they're not going to go after left-wing conspiracies. And I wasn't even promoting a conspiracy. If you watch the video, the content, I wasn't saying anything like that. I never said the kid wasn't a part of the attack. I never said he was a crisis actor. I just said, like, hey, this kid is in theater class. All these kids are in theater class, and they're being used by the media, right? They're on the front lines. They're doing interviews every fucking day, with CNN, with these people, and clearly they're promoting a leftist narrative. Like, look at their Twitter. Look at the things that they're saying, right? They're talking about Puerto Rico. They're talking about things like, and Trump dropping the ball. Like, they're speaking like 30-year-old, 40-year-old politicians, like some of the shit that they're saying, right? So if you can look at this and you think these kids have all these opinions themselves and they've always thought like this, then you're stupid. You're a stupid person, and you're going to continue to get swindled and manipulated by people because you have, you can't think for yourself. And these kids, they have like something like Emma Gonzalez has like 750,000 followers now, and their retweets and shit are getting so many likes, so many retweets, and the Democrats and that are using these kids, to influence the next generation of younger kids who are stupid, who are going to see this stuff and are going to retweet it. And, even though there's like a lot of dumb fucking arguments that they're making, like this one girl that Emma Gonzalez retweeted, I guess Jacqueline Corin, I don't know. She's like, you're missing the point. We don't want to take away your gun rights. We just want to prevent Americans from owning assault weapons and to tighten the methods at which a person can purchase a firearm. So it's like, we don't want to take away your gun rights. We just want to take away your gun rights. It's like, really? And it's like, these are not military grade weapons. These are not assault rifles. So misinformation, fake news right there. But the kids are going to eat that shit up. And she's retweeting like Kurt Eichenwald, I can't pronounce his last name, but the guy who got triggered or who got a seizure because somebody sent him a picture or a GIF on Twitter, and the same guy who watches like Asian anime octopus porn, right? So retweeting scumbags like this, and they're getting like 30, 40, 50,000 retweets. They're all pushing the fucking gun narrative and how it's the NRA's fault, how the NRA has blood on their hands, like this fucking rhetoric, like this shit. Whereas, like, even Jack Taper on CNN today was grilling Israel for the lack of the police, of like, what they did, like they didn't do anything, how it's pretty much their fault that they let this kid slide so many times, that they stayed outside. And it's like, even though we're finding out all this shit about how the police, the FBI, all these people dropped the ball, they're still like, the NRA, we gotta make sure that all these companies no longer support the NRA. And now all of these companies are pulling out, I don't know how many, like a dozen at least, and are no longer funding them. But I don't think that's really going to affect the NRA too much. But what they're trying to do, they're trying to make it so the NRA has less money to give to politicians. And this could have some effect down the road, because a lot of these Republicans and stuff, they don't really care about gun rights. One of the only reasons they're probably trying to stop them or slow them down is because of the money they're getting from the NRA. Because if they weren't, they could be much more easily bought by other people. These Republicans, a lot of times they're in Congress, that are, in the higher positions of leadership. They don't care. It's all an act. They wear cowboy hats. They're like, oh, I like to go shoot my gun and shit. No, they don't. They live in a big fucking house. They don't even probably own a gun. If they do, it's just for looks. They occasionally bring it out for the media, so you think they like it. But other than that, it's like the NRA's money that is preventing them from, completely just letting the Democrats rule fucking gun control. And they're pushing more and more, and Trump better not raise the age 21. I like what he's saying about the school teachers being armed and stuff, because that could do something. I know people really disagree with that, but it would be a lot fucking cheaper. And look, you can't depend on the fucking government. Like we've seen this. These cops waited outside, and it was the policies that they had in place, the stuff that they implemented years ago to try to bring down the numbers of crime, the crime statistics that had led to the events that took place. They even let the Cruz kid go, right, at one point, because once the cops reached a certain level of crime, they would reach a quota, and then they would just overlook the rest of the crime that happened. So all these people would time crimes when they knew the quota was filled, and they would do the worst crimes then. So all these things could have been prevented, but they were not. But now the NRA is still getting shit for it. Now anybody who's talking about this kid is getting pretty much censored, so you got to be careful. We got to be more careful how we talk about things and how we, make titles and shit. And that was my own stupidity for doing that, honestly. But especially considering all the shit that is coming out right now. But yeah, just be careful more in the future, and don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? So move over to Streamlabs, go to Gab, Minds, BitChute, diversify a little bit. But that's all I pretty much had to say. If you like my content, subscribe, and have a good day. Oh yeah, and check me out on Discord. See you later.